What's up guys, this is Dave from NetcodeSource.com to bring you an overview of DE Mirage. Now DE Mirage is not a Valve-made map. It was made by a map maker and it's been used in the competitive community for many years. It's a map that has been in tournaments for a very long time, and that if you plan on playing competitively, you really need to know inside and out. You're not going to find this map on many public servers. It's not really used in the public community too much, but if you want to be a competitive player, you're going to have to really understand this map and be good on it. So what I'm going to do in this video is give you guys a good brief overview. I'm going to discuss the CT side and how you want to play it and what player roles are. I'm going to give you guys a good T side default that you want to do and what your roles are and what you're going to try to accomplish on T side in that default and what each player is responsible for. And then I'm going to go over all the spot names on the map so that when you come into it, you're not going to be completely lost and things like that, and you're going to kind of have a decent understanding of what to call things. So that's going to be what we're going to cover in this video, and I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope it helps at least some people out. So first you're going to spawn on the CT side right here. It's called CT spawn. When you go towards the right, you're going to call this CT spawn as well. You're just going to call this a lot. You're going to be calling this CT spawn because a lot of people are going to end up being here that you're going to end up fighting. This is A site, all of this. This is under balcony. And this is above balcony. All this is going to be the apartments. A apartments. All this is going to be A ramp. Now, going through here, you're going to have A ramp. You're just going to call this. This is still A apartments. Coming to here, this is T spawn. This is where the terrorists spawn. If you go up here, this is going to be the B halls. All through here. And even along inside of here. You're going to be calling that B halls. When you come down here, you're going to call this underpass. This is called boost boxes from window room. It's very easy to boost up here. Next, you're going to have connector. This is all connector. Alright guys, now that we went over the SWAT names, let's go over the CT side roles and how you want to set up. So you're going to set up in basically a 2-1-2 setup. You're going to have two guys watching the A side of the map, one guy middle and two guys towards B. Generally he's going to be under the balcony because it's just a really strong spot. It's really hard to blind the guy under here and things like that. This guy is your more player who's a lot more mobile and things like that. And the other guy in A site or under balcony or whatever is kind of more stationary. So and this guy is usually an opper. He's usually your team opper that you put at middle. He can go for picks like this. He can go and he can pick like so. He can go and he can peek underpass and just try to get any picks that he can. Or he can go through CT spawn, jump through this vent right here, and come to the window room and do the same thing and just try to go through picks. Now he's usually going to be smoked and flashed out, and his main job is to try to communicate with the team where he thinks the T's are going to go. He's going to try to kind of just tell everyone what he thinks they're going to hit. He's going to try to stay alive and shoot people in the back. He's got to be careful of a few things. You know, he's got to be careful if they have cat control, they can come through this vent. The T's a lot of the time are going to like to boost up in the window, so he's got to be, you know, very careful of that and things of that nature. And then when they come through connector, again, they could split right here, so he's going to watch out for that as well. Alright guys, now that we've gone over the CT side of the map and the spot names, finally we're going to go over the T side, and I'm going to give you guys a good default that you guys can kind of do, and you could branch off a lot of things off of it. So the first default that we're going to do is just like an A split. So very simply, you're going to have one guy set up on here and he's going to end up going A ramp when told. Then you're going to have one guy in the apartments and he's going to end up going out of the apartments when told. Now your other two players are going to be going through the B halls and they're going to end up at the underpass. Finally, you're going to have a mid player who's going to try to take that mid control. The two underpass guys are going to kind of control the strat, and the very first strat is going to be a very simple A split. So this underpass guy can throw a smoke like so, and he could smoke off catwalk, and then you could have another one that smokes like so, And then these two guys could go through the connector and hit up A, while you have one guy coming out of the halls and one guy coming up A ramp right there. And then you could switch it up and you could do it to B. You could simply have these two underpass guys come here, throw those smokes to fake it, go up towards catwalk, maybe boost one window room, the mid guy can go catwalk with them, and then they could hit catwalk, and instead of having these two guys at A, with one here and one in apartments, they would instead go to the B halls and hit up B through here. So there's definitely a lot of options that you could do on this map. It's a bit similar to Dust 2, I think, in that regard, and how you set up on a default and things like that. And there's really just a lot of options, a lot of different rotating pieces that you can move around. But those are two good defaults that you could do, and two very easy to run defaults, so you're not totally lost when you first start playing this map. Again, guys, this has been Dave from netcodesource.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out a bit. And that's about it. So peace out, and thanks for watching.